Hey everyone, welcome back to the Active Database series, where we dive deep into the world of MySQL and data management. First of all, I'm Cyrus James. Today, we are tackling something super important, managing your tables in MySQL with some powerful commands like rename, alter, truncate, and drop. First up, why are these commands important? Thinking of your database as a living system. It grows, evolves, and sometimes things need to change, right? You might want to rename a table to make it more descriptive or to make it appear more beautiful and to your own demand. But let's say you may also want to alter it to add or modify a column, and also truncate it to clear up old data or even drop it when it is no longer needed in your working environment. But to do all this, let's dive into it and let us see how we can make it possible within MySQL. In MySQL, what you want to do is to start by communicating to MySQL that you want to use the Celso database. So we said use and Celso. So Celso Limited, we highlight and execute. So you see it has been done successfully. So the next thing we want to do, we want to rename the employee benefit table as employee gain. So we said rename. Now we want to type the name that you want to change it to. We said employee gain. So you see, this was the old name, employee benefit, and then we want to change it to employee gain. So when we highlight this one and execute it, we have it already here. It has been done successfully. That's the way we can rename a table in MySQL. So the next, we want to add a new column into the employee gain table. Let's see. These are the data that are currently in the employee benefit table. So let's just add a new column here, which we may name as employee marital status. Let's come back here. We said alter. By using the alter command, we can add a column. Now let's just add a column. We said alter table. Now instead of employee benefit, we said employee gain. Employee gain. And next we said add column marital status. And then we want to name the data type, which is varchar data type, and then the total amount of character that can be stored within that particular column. So we want to highlight and execute. It has been done successfully. Down here you see it has been done successfully. So the next thing we want to do, maybe in some cases we might have a particular column that have a minimal number of character that should be inputted in it. So what we want to do is to add or extend the amount of character that should be inputted in it. So what we can say is that we want to modify. So let's just modify a column. So we said alter employee gain. We said modify column. Which column do we want to modify? Let's just modify the marital status. And then we want to reduce it. So let's just say 20, which is the varchar data type. Let's just include our data type here. And then you see when we execute this one here, you see already it has modified this table. But for here you are still seeing 30 because we haven't refreshed it. After refreshing it, you see we have 20 now. So now that's the way to modify a particular column within a table. But first of all, let's take a preview of that particular marital status column in this table. So we highlight employee gain and then we show columns of the employee gain table. You see we have this marital status here, which is a new column, but currently it is empty. That's why you are seeing null, null, null. So what we want to do is to drop this particular column from this table. So we said alter. We are still using the alter command. Alter table employee gain, and then you said drop column marital status. So we highlight and then we execute. You say we have successfully dropped this one. So when we refresh, we are not going to see marital status here anymore because we have successfully dropped it. So you see we have no marital status here anymore. So when we highlight and let's just take a preview at it, and you see we have no more marital status column here. So the next thing we want to do is to erase all the data from this employee gain table. Now, we are going to use a command called truncate. What truncate does is going to leave this framework of the table, and then it will delete all this data within this table. So now let's just take a look at it. So what we are going to do is to say truncate table employee gain. So when we highlight this one and then we execute here successfully, let's just take a quick look at the table. You see now we are having an empty table. Wow! You see what truncate does? It removes every little bit of data from that particular table, and then it leaves the framework of the table for our future use. So there's it. So for the next thing we want to do is to drop a particular table. Now let's just drop a table. Drop table. You see, we drop a table called employee gain. So if we execute this drop table command, we are going to successfully drop the employee gain. So we execute, you see it has successfully dropped the employee gain table from this database. So you can use this command again to drop a database. We said drop database school because we don't need this particular database here. So we remove this database. So when we execute, this database school will be successfully deleted totally from our server. So when we execute it, you see we have no more school database within this particular environment. So that's the way to use the DDL command, which is the data definition language in MySQL. That's all for this tutorial, and thank you.